Rockies lost 2 of 3 to the Giants in the weekend series to start this road trip. Now it'll be a battle of the 2 last place clubs, 4th place Diamondbacks and 5th place Rockies in the NL West, as the Giants have moved to 3rd. And making his major league debut today is going to be today's starter, Evan Grills for the Rockies. Got called up when John Gray was sent down. Contract had to be selected, so Jake McGee was designated for assignment. We'll see him in the bottom of the first. Pitching the top of the first for the D-backs, making his 3rd start of the year, is Corbin Martin. 31 innings, 31 strikeouts, 12 walks, a 2.90 ERA, 25 hits allowed, a 1.19 whip for the Diamondbacks right-hander. So with the sweep of this series, the Rockies could get themselves out of last place in the division, and the D-backs would move into the 5th spot. But we will see what happens here today. Got to win the first game of the series first. David Dahl bats, takes first pitch strike from Martin. D-backs 27 and 32 has put them at 4th place in the NL West. They're 6.5 back of the Dodgers. Sorry, the Padres are leading the division. I'm just so used to it being the Dodgers. Dodgers are in 2nd place. Rockies are 9 games out. 0-1 pitch to Dahl is also in for a strike, quickly 0-2. Evan Grills, we'll see him. He's out of Whitby, Canada. We'll see him in the bottom of the first, and he's been having a pretty good year at AAA Albuquerque. So he was given the call. Grills is 27 years old, turned 28 on June 13th. And it was time for him, they figured, to make his major league debut. Evan B. Grills, his full name. 1-2 pitch coming to Dahl is taken in the dirt. The first game of that series in San Francisco was looking pretty good for the Rockies offense, but cooled off in the last 2 games of that series. The second game was a complete game shutout from Drew Smyly. Nearly got away without having to throw 100 pitches in that one. And a few solo home runs yesterday for the Rockies off the bats of Nolan Arenado, Ian Desmond. And there's a high fly ball towards right field going back on this one. And at the track, Marte's under it. He'll make the catch. That's out number 1. And Drew Butera also homering in that final game yesterday against the Giants. Lineup today, center fielder Dahl, shortstop Story. Batting 3rd, the right fielder Charlie Blackmon. Batting cleanup at 3rd base, Nolan Arenado. Batting 5th, the first baseman Daniel Murphy. Batting 6th at 2nd base, Ryan McMahon. Batting 7th, left fielder Ian Desmond. Batting 8th, the catcher Drew Butera. And Evan Grills making his first major league appearance today. Trevor Story takes first pitch, high ball 1. Story hitting .255 on the year. 15 home runs, 33 runs batted in, and .846 OPS. Really solid year in terms of power numbers for the Rockies shortstop. 1-0 pitch from Martin is swung on and missed. Story sitting on 138 career home runs across parts of 4 seasons now, back where it all began here in Arizona, where he played in his first major league game in 2016 and got his first major league home run. First 2 coming in that game off Zach Greinke. Pitch misses low and away. Home plate umpire today, Ricky Halladay, Darryl Parker at first, Matthew Ross at second, Dave Lawrence is at third, and those are your crew today. Hitters count, and the pitch to Story is swung on and pulled foul. Rockies took 2 of 3 from the Diamondbacks in the series here earlier this year. D-backs have yet to come to Coors Field in 2020. Rockies had a really exciting extra innings win where Trevor Story had a go-ahead home run. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2. And that series here in Arizona was when it was decided that Wade Davis would be removed from the closer's role, as he had a really rough time here. Hopefully plenty of save opportunities for Tyler Kinley in this series. Charlie Blackmon will be the batter. 292 on the year, 12 homers, 29 driven in, a 910 OPS. And he takes first pitch just a little bit outside, ball 1, 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Corbin Martin. Blackmon did not really show up at the bat in that series in San Francisco, though he certainly wasn't the only one. Has scored 5 runs across his last 8 games, though. That's a pretty good stretch for him. That's in the dirt. Hitters count now on Blackmon. That one's going to miss outside. 3 balls and a strike. Nolan Arenado waiting on deck, up to .330 with his batting average. Couple home runs against the Giants. Nolan really likes hitting in San Francisco. The 3-1 to Blackman is swung on and missed. Now the count is full. And swung on and lined towards left field. And that will retire the side. Blackman flies out. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Evan Grills will be making his Major League debut. He'll face Marte, Leyba, and Marte. Scoreless ball game. Evan Grills, Major League debut, number 29. He is 6'4", 210 pounds, 27 years old. Again, we mentioned he'll be 28 on June the 13th. And where's number 29? So we've accounted for the upper 20s digits. Grills had a very solid season to start off in AAA this year. In Albuquerque, had an ERA under the 350 mark, again out of Whitby, Canada. He was originally drafted in the 10th round of the 2010 draft by the Houston Astros, went to high school at Sinclair in Whitby, Ontario. Left-handed pitcher, so another lefty in the rotation to join Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. First pitch inside, ball 1. Rockies 24-34. They are last place in the NL West right now. Again, a sweep in this series could put them above the D-backs for 4th place. Grills came to the Rockies organization in 2018. He snares a ground ball, throws to first. There's his first out recorded and officially an ERA for Evan Grills, and it is 0 for the time being. Let's take a look at the D-backs lineup. Leading off the right fielder, Starling Marte. Batting second, the shortstop, Domingo Leyba. Batting third in center field, Ketel Marte. Batting cleanup, first baseman, Christian Walker. At third base, it's Eduardo Escobar. Second base, Ildemaro Vargas. Catcher, Carson Kelly. Left field, Josh Rojas. And your starting pitcher is Corbin Martin. Domingo Leyba batting .232 on the year. First pitch from Grills is taken just a little bit low. Grills came to the Rockies organization in the 2018 season after spending... Well, he started off 2016 as a member of the Astros organization, then went to play in the Puerto Rican Winter League. Then pitched in Double-A for the Rockies from June 6 of 2018 through the end of August when the minor league seasons came to an end. Then spent all of 2019 with the Isotopes. In Albuquerque last year pitched 42 innings. There's a cue shot towards the third baseman Arenado, picks it up, fires to first. That's out number 2. Grills had an ERA of .570 for Albuquerque in 2019. Much better results to start off 2020. Ketel Marte, center fielder, batting .283 on the year, 11 home runs, 30 runs batted in. He was cooled off quite a bit the first time that we saw him here in Arizona this year, but now he is on a tear. He's also at 3 home runs and driven in 8 runs across his last 8 games played. Ketel Marte looking more like the Ketel Marte the Diamondbacks thought they would be seeing this year. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bit of a sidearm type action from Evan Grills, making his Major League debut. 1-1 is called a strike of the knees. And a strike away from finishing off his first Major League inning, and a 1-2-3 inning is Grills, and that one's in the dirt. Marte does not chase. Count evens at 2. And check swing, he went too far, and he got him on strikes. 1-2-3 first inning for Evan Grills. That's a nice way to start off your big league career. We go to the second inning. Arenado, Murphy, McMahon due up. Nolan Arenado leads the Rockies with a .330 batting average. Also 18 homers, leads the team. 44 runs batted in. That leads the team, as does his .394 on base percentage. So Nolan Arenado certainly leading the way for the Rockies offense in the cleanup spot. He will be the first batter that Corbin Martin faces here in the second inning. First pitch is swung on and missed. Those RBI, 44 of them, rank 4th in the National League for Nolan Arenado. Tacked on a few in that series in San Francisco to begin the road trip. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 on Arenado. And that one's low and away, ball 1. Martin looks in, gets the sign he likes. Into his motion windup, and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled the other way by Arenado. Martin kicks and deals. Swung on and grounded into right field, a base hit. Leadoff single for Nolan Arenado here in the second inning. Hit leaders entering play in the National League. Arenado towards the top. Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals leads the league with 76. Then we have a few Cubs bunched up. Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, Anthony Rizzo. Also Corey Dickerson, former Rocky, now of the Marlins. And Ozzie Albies of the Braves is just a tick behind Nolan Arenado. Daniel Murphy batting .248 on the year. He's in a bit of a slump right now. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. Arenado is running. Might have been a hit-and-run situation there. Murphy not getting a whole lot of playing time against left-handed pitching now anymore. And he's hit righties much better, suffice to say. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. Quickly 0-2 on Murphy. Was 0 for 3 with a strikeout in his last game played in that series in San Francisco. And an 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Really fighting it at the plate right now is Daniel Murphy. That's the second strikeout of the game for Corbin Martin.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
And Ryan McMahon will be the batter. Had a couple extra base hits in San Francisco. 255 on the year, 15 homers, 35 driven in. 894 OPS as he takes first pitch low and away, ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. 35 RBI is the second place on the Rockies for Ryan McMahon after Arenado's 44 team-leading RBI. This is Ben Kuchner-Kavich of Purple Row along with you to thank you for tuning in and let you know we're not affiliated with Major League Baseball, MLB The Show 20, or the Colorado Rockies. Martin comes set. His 2-1 delivery to McMahon is taken low and in. 3-1. Ian Desmond waiting on deck. Desmond's on a tear right now. He's hit 4 home runs in the past week. And he's hitting righties and lefties for power. 3-1 pitch to McMahon is swung on and fouled back, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And that is out number 2 as the Snakes begin to hiss for the third strikeout for Martin. And that'll leave it up to Ian Desmond. Rockies trying to capitalize on that leadoff base hit by Nolan Arenado. He has yet to advance even 90 feet. Desmond, 9 homers, 21 driven in, a 762 OPS. He's slugging .453.52 on the year. After his recent power barrage, really finding that home run stroke is today's Rockies left fielder Ian Desmond. So getting the start against a righty today. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it's quickly 0-2 on Desmond. 11-year career for Desi. Rangers, Nationals, drafted by the Expos, now with the Rockies. An 0-2 delivery will be coming from Martin, and that one's taken low and away. Swung on and grounded towards second base. Vargas makes the play, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the second. Grills will try to do just what he did in his first inning, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll face Walker, Escobar, and Vargas. Christian Walker, .233 on the year, 7 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Evan Grills, a 1-2-3 first inning in his major league debut, 11 pitches, got his first big league strikeout. First pitch to Walker is taken on the inside corner for a called strike. Walker got a pinch hit appearance in yesterday's ball game. He's 0 for 1. And that one's taken high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grills steps back, then kicks and fires. That one's low, 2-1. Now a hitter's count on the Diamondbacks' first baseman, Christian Walker. That's inside, 3 balls and a strike. Eduardo Escobar is waiting on deck. And swinging a foul back to the screen, full count. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that is out number 1. Second big league strikeout for Evan Grills. And that'll bring up Eduardo Escobar. Batting .253 on the year. First pitch from Grills is on the inside corner for a called strike. Grills certainly looking very poised out there in his first major league start. I don't want to compare him to Ryan Castellani in an unfavorable light for Castellani, but it was a really rough first outing for Castellani. And he's since had a couple better ones. We'll try for an even better one tomorrow. There's a line drive towards right field. Blackman on the run. He'll get there to make the catch for out number 2. And Ildemaro Vargas, D-back second baseman, will bat. .220 on the year, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He really played well against the Rockies in that first series of the year here at Chase Field. First pitch is down and in, ball 1. Vargas was 0 for 4 in his game yesterday. The 1-0 is swung on and ripped towards left field. It's going to hook foul and out of play. Grills very poised, calm, collected out there. He's looked so far. His 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike, and definitely a lot of strikes for Grills, certainly around the plate. He's not had a whole lot of trouble with command early on. 1-2 pitch is swung on and popped in the air towards left field. Going back on this one is Desmond, and he'll make the catch on the track, and that'll retire the side. We're through 2 innings. Scoreless ball game. Rockies will have Butera, Grills, and Dahl due up in the 3rd. D-backs pitching this year. They've actually pitched quite well. 2nd in the NL in ERA, 3rd in WHIP. Opponent batting average of .250 is also 2nd in the National League. Struggling a little bit with the home run ball. You can see they're 12th in the NL in terms of those allowed, 71 of them. But it is a hitter's ballpark. Drew Butera batting .190 on the year, a home run, just called up the other day with Tony Wolters being optioned to AAA for the time being in our simulation. First pitch to Butera is taken down and in, ball 1. Homered yesterday did Butera against the Giants. Signed a minor league deal with the Rockies prior to the 2019 season and then prior to the 2020 season as well. And he's already been outrighted to AAA once this year and now had his contract selected once again. Rockies' 40-man roster is at a full 40 players right now. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Butera getting on base at a pretty good clip. .345 is on base percentage coming into this one. The 1-2 is taken low and away. Well, Nick Groke of The Athletic had an article back on Friday. Bud Black talking to him about what the restart and ramp up to the season will look like if baseball does return. There's a line drive towards the corner and a fair ball off the bat of Butera, and he will hold at first base with a long single. The catcher Butera will, the veteran catcher Butera. And that'll allow Evan Grills his first big league plate appearance. We'll pause that story from The Athletic about what Bud Black had to say to offer our full attention to the first big league at bat of starting pitcher Evan Grills, looking for that first big league knock. And he's showing bunts and pulls it back. That's high ball one, 95 mile an hour four-seam fastball from Corbin Martin. And pulls the bat back once more. That one's just a little bit low, 2-0. Martin comes set. His 2-0 delivery. Bunt is down towards first base. And throwing to second is Walker, but he's not going to have the play there. Not sure what Walker was thinking. Perhaps the starting pitcher Martin was not getting over there in enough time for Walker to make the play. You can see he looked towards first base, but then said, "Ooh, I might not have a shot," with how Martin's getting over there. So he threw to second, and both runners safe. And that will not be a hit. That'll be ruled a sacrifice and then a fielder's choice. So no first big league hit. Double steal, and the runners will steal as Dahl swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt that goes back to the backstop. It's going to be Evan Grills picking up his first big league stolen base. There's a swing and a ground ball, weakly chop back to the mound. Butera will come across to score as the throw from Walker again went towards home plate, and he did not get the lead runner. 1-0 Rockies. Trevor Story, the batter now. He struck out his first time up. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Evan Grills is on third, and David Dahl's on first base. There's a strike. Wild trip around the base paths, perhaps, for Evan Grills picking up his first big league stolen base without the benefit of getting on by a hit or a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch to Story is taken outside, ball one. One from Martin is taken low and away. Hitters count now on the shortstop, Trevor Story. And swing and a miss for strike two. Good curveball that time from Corbin Martin. Two is strike three called. He got him on strikes, and that is out number one. Fourth strikeout of the day already for Corbin Martin, and Charlie Blackman will be the batter. Still just one out, and runners on the corners for the Rockies. Already lead at 1-0. Blackman flied out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is taken outside, ball one. 19 doubles on the year for Charlie Blackman. That's third place in the National League. Rockies, as a team, lead the NL and lead all of baseball in doubles. There's a line drive towards left field. Making the catch on this one is Rojas. Tagging and scoring is Grills. That's his first big league run scored. RBI sac fly for Charlie Blackman, and it is 2-0 Rockies. And Nolan Arenado will get a chance to bat now. David Dahl on first base. Arenado got a base at his first time up. His batting average up to .333 now, on base .397, slugging .658 on the year. And a throw towards first that'll drive back Dahl. Looks like he might have been leaning a little bit. Was able to get back in time. 54 pitches now here in the third inning for Corbin Martin, who gets perhaps the benefit of the call there. Arenado has 42 runs scored. That's tied for first in the NL right now. 0-1 from Martin is taken low that time, ball one. One's high, and a hitter's count now on Nolan Arenado, 2-1. Another throw to first to drive back Dahl. It's a little bit close. Just scampering back in time is David Dahl. It's going to be a 2-1 pitch from Martin to Arenado. Here it is. That one's down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Daniel Murphy is waiting on deck. Murphy in a bit of a funk right now. He could certainly use an opportunity to get a hit. Three-1 to Arenado. Is outside, ball 4. He walked him. And a couple Rockies aboard now. 22 pitches this inning for Corbin Martin. 11 have been strikes, 11 have missed. So here's what Bud Black told Nick Groke of The Athletic about restarting Major League Baseball. He said, "It's not going to be normal." So Bud Black is already leading the league in understatements this year. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Daniel Murphy. Still having to be decided is how long the season will be. 80 games, 100 games. How many players exactly on the roster? Murphy pops one in the air towards the shortstop, Leyba, who makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Rockies have a 2-0 lead, and Evan Grills will try for another good inning. '79 hitters due up for the D-backs here in the bottom of the third. Evan Grills has worked a couple 6 up, 6 down. He's worked 250 on the year as the catcher Carson Kelly. 2 homers, 8 driven in. So yeah, we were talking before we left you in the middle of the inning, in between innings. You're talking about what is the season going to look like. You know, will the National League have a designated hitter? It's looking like that, but we don't know for sure. Will there be a National League, an American League, or will this be Grapefruit League, Cactus League? We'll have to see for sure. But Bud Black told Nick Groke something feels different. For the first time since March, baseball now is seeming to be real for him. The conversations have changed and become more pointed, he said. A strike to Carson Kelly, 1-2 the count. Swinging a chop foul. Groke writes that the Rockies are more likely to gather for their second spring training at Coors Field instead of Scottsdale. That's where Salt River Fields remains closed, along with other facilities in the Salt River, Pima Maricopa Indian community. Though I thought I read that the Diamondbacks had been returning there. Swing and a miss, and Kelly strikes out. Third strikeout for Evan Grills today. 7 up, 7 down for him in his first big league start. There are some players who have already traveled over to the Denver area. They're going to start training on their own now. They include Charlie Blackmon, David Dahl, Ryan McMahon, and Kyle Freeland. There's a pitch inside. The roster is definitely going to be expanded. It could be to as much as 50 players. They're talking about a potential taxi squad and then maybe just 30 players on the roster and then a 50-man taxi squad. That all has to be set in stone still, though. There's a swing and a miss by Josh Rojas. 1 ball and 1 strike on the D-backs left fielder. 1-1 from Grills is just a bit inside. Hitter's count now on the left fielder, Rojas. Lefty and lefty matchup. Lots of righties in the lineup for the D-backs today. 2-1 pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Looking really impressive out there as Evan Grills picks up his 4th strikeout of the day. And now he will face the starting pitcher, Corbin Martin. First pitch is high, ball 1. Black says there are a lot of unknowns, but it's all going to happen fast. It's not going to be normal, and especially if they train in Denver, it's going to be different. They'll have batting cages, bullpen mounds, a field, but they're not all that sure what the protocols are going to be just yet, everything remaining unanswered. 1-1 pitch to Martin. is called a ball. Not sure where that one missed. It'll be a hitter's count now on the starting pitcher. Home plate umpire must not want to make it too easy for the rookie out there. Just swinging a high fly ball towards left. Now Desmond's going back, and he will get there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 9 up, 9 down for Evan Grills in his Major League debut. We have a special guest for you. Ted Chalfen is going to join us and give us innings 4 through 6.
Thank you, Ben. It is good to be with you all here on Purple Rose Sim as we head to the top of the 4th inning with the Rockies holding a 2-0 advantage over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Corbin Martin still on the hill, 61 pitches through 3, and Ryan McMahon will lead off the 4th here as he takes ball 1 outside. McMahon fouls that one down the third base side, chops it, and the count evens up. You know, I noticed it's a very good crowd. One would almost say a suspiciously good crowd for a Monday night in Phoenix, as strike 2 is called by Ricky Holiday. Wonder if there was some sort of promotion we didn't know about for tonight's game. The 1-2 is flied into shallow left, and coming on to make the catch will be Josh Rojas, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 20, Ian Desmond.
You just don't see that kind of distribution in the upper deck in Phoenix on a Monday night unless they're giving away a bobblehead or a Beanie Baby or something, as Ian Desmond will step in. Swings through that one, and it is quickly 0-1. The scoreboard would like us to know that Ian Desmond was acquired by a free agency in 2016, as if we could ever forget, and it's 0-2. Desmond goes down on 3 pitches, didn't look particularly good while doing it, and that's the 5th strikeout for Martin. I once saw Ian Desmond strike out like that about 4 times in a row against the Angels back in 2017. Or maybe it was 2018. Now Drew Butera, who after starting the season cold as ice, has been as hot as you can be, and he's 1 for 1 today. He's 9 for his last 18.
Outside, that's the ball.
It is now 2-1. That 96-mile-an-hour fastball misses outside. Martin would sure like to finish this off and have a quick inning here. See if he can go deeper into this game and keep it close. That's on the inside corner. Snapped off a nice curveball at 82. And now the count's even. Holiday calls that strike 3. Butera can't believe it. He's going to look back, and Holiday's going to tell him, yeah, that was on the corner. But from my vantage point, I'm not so sure. Either way, it's the 6th strikeout for Corbin Martin, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be the top of the order for the Diamondbacks in the 4th inning, facing Evan Grills, who to this point has had himself a nice little debut. He reached on a fielder's choice, one of a series of rather baffling defensive decisions made by the Diamondbacks when the Rockies scored 2 runs in the 2nd inning. He has Starling Marte down 0-1 on that foul ball. He has allowed more hard contact, I would say, than Martin has, but the outfielders have been in position. Vargas almost hit one out in the 2nd inning. but Desmond was right there. The 1-1 is lined over the glove of Nolan Arenado. It bounces down in front of him, and he can't make the throw in time. It just tipped off the very top of Nolan's glove. Nolan's a tremendous athlete with as much range at third base as almost anyone, even as he gets a little bit older, but he needed to be about as tall as DJ LeMahieu to make that play.
No, he's safe.
Check on Starling Marte, and he's back in plenty of time. Now they're going to throw over again, and I think they may have gotten him. They did. So Grills allows his first hit and his first base runner, and he is immediately erased before he even throws another pitch. Nice tag by Daniel Murphy. So now 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Ground ball to shortstop. Story moving to his right will make a nice play, and Leyba is retired.
The center fielder, number 4,
That will bring up Ketel Marte, who was a strikeout victim in the first inning. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 4th. 77-mile-an-hour curve drops in. Marte leads the Diamondbacks with 11 home runs. Arizona is second in the National League in earned run average, and yet they have a losing record, and their offense would be the main reason why. No one in their lineup currently hitting above 280. Marte slices one to right, but there will be plenty of room for Charlie Blackmon to make the catch. And how about Evan Grills? He's faced the minimum through 4 here in Phoenix.
leading off for the Rockies, the pitcher, Evan.
We go to the top of the 5th inning, and Evan Grills will hit for himself here, obviously. Working on a fine game so far. He's also yet to be retired. He has only had 1 at-bat, and in that, he bunted into a fielder's choice. He would probably have been out at first, except that Martin decided to try to get the out at second instead. And he hits a pop fly into shallow center field, and coming on to make the catch with plenty of room is Ketel Marte.
Now batting, the center fielder, David.
You see Grills not really lighting up the radar gun, but Arizona has yet to figure him out. Used to be 92 miles an hour was pretty good for a starting pitcher. Back to the top of the order now, it's David Dahl, who leads the National League with an insane amount of doubles, 27. That would put him on pace for over 70 this season. Yet the batting average has not been there in the way it has in the past for David this year. And neither has the OPS. He would probably like to turn some of those doubles into home runs. It's 2-0, and he swings through that one. 95 from Martin. He goes off speed there, and Dahl was way out in front of it. So the count level at 2-2 now. Way inside, it's full. Three-two pitch coming, and Dahl strikes out on a fastball. Might have been up, but you got to protect there, and that's 7 strikeouts now for Martin. That's borderline. Certainly a hittable pitch. Could have been called a strike. And there's 2 outs. Martin hoping for yet another quick inning after he labored some early. Trevor Story gets into one to left field. That ball is back. It is all the way to the track, but it is going to be hauled in out there by Rojas. Probably the hardest hit ball all day for the Rockies, but they go in order in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here, and the Arizona Diamondbacks still trying to figure out rookie Evan Grills in his major league debut. They've only gotten 1 hit, and thus far he's faced the minimum. Of course, it is always challenging facing a pitcher that you've never seen before, as Grills goes outside with a slider for ball 1. That one just missing, and it's now 2-0 on Christian Walker.
Ball 3. We got 3-0.
Walker, the Diamondbacks cleanup hitter, you got the heart of the order here. And he was taking all the way there, 3-0, and that's a fastball in there for strike 1. That ball's hit well, but right at Charlie Blackmon. 1 away. So Grills survives going 3-0 on Walker there.
The third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
There have been some memorable debuts in Rockies history for pitchers, as this ball is also lifted in Charlie Blackmon's direction, and he'll make the catch out there in right field. You think about Jason Jennings throwing a complete game shutout. You think about Kyle Freeland in the home opener in 2017. Can't forget about Tyler Matzek either. He had a great debut. Went into the 8th inning before allowing a run back in 2014.
Ball, that's in.
And of course, in this very building, there was a Rockies debut last year with Tim Melville that, while not a major league debut, was certainly a heartwarming, feel-good story. One of the few in the second half of the season last year. That one's chopped foul. Just 55 pitches here, as Grills is ahead 1-2 on Ildemaro Vargas. Inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still a long way to go, but thus far he has been impressive, adding his name to that list that I went through earlier. That ball's hit down the line. It is tailing foul, and we will do it again. Another 2-2 from Grills, fouled away. Grounded weakly to third. Nolan charging. He's going to have time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Evan Grills. We're through 5 here. 2-0 Rockies. It'll be the top of the Rockies order here in the heart of the Rockies order here in the top of the 6th, opposed to the top of the Rockies order here in the heart of the 6th. And that means Charlie Blackmon, hitting at .291, will step into the box with Nolan Arenado on deck. Of course, that means Daniel Murphy is in the hole. That one apparently caught the bottom of the zone, according to Ricky Holiday, and Blackmon is quickly behind 0-2. Corbin Martin, the D-backs starter. This might probably be his final inning of work here, unless it's exceedingly quick. He is currently at 85 pitches. The 1-2 to Blackmon. He was able to lay off curveball that just dipped below the zone. And the count's even. And we've run full now after it was 0-2. Some good discipline from Charlie. And we'll see what happens on the 3-2 pitch. He swings right through it. Another strikeout for Martin. That's his 8th. And he's really pitched a pretty good ball game.
Now batting, the third baseman.
The Rockies got runners in scoring position by virtue of some odd decisions by Diamondback defenders, including Martin. And a run scored on another one of those throws. And then there was a sacrifice fly. But looks like his night's going to be over here after 5 1/3 innings as Torey Lovullo takes the ball from him. So some nice work from Martin, but he is currently not on the plus side. He is in line for the loss unless his team can rally. Alex Young will come into the ball game. He's been very good, part of that second best ERA in the National League. He has walked some hitters, but they haven't been hitting it very hard against him. And he will come in to face one of the best hitters in all of baseball, Nolan Arenado, who has a single in his lone at-bat today. He was also hit by a pitch. Young missed again there, and this is what you always worry about as a manager when you make the decision to pull that ripcord and take your starter out of the game. Is the guy who comes in from the bullpen going to give you what you need from him, as Alex is able to get over a changeup? Seemed like a pitch Nolan could have keyed in on, but maybe he was waiting for him to throw a strike. That's sound advice, in my opinion. If a new guy comes into the game, make him throw you a strike. Nolan's going to ground that ball back up the middle. That's going to be in a very interesting area. And Vargas is barely able to make the play, but he got him. That was very tough going to his right and then throwing across his body. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Daniel Murphy will step in. Murphy 0 for 2. He'll chop the first pitch foul. And he'll look at strike 2. You got 2 righties warming in the bullpen here. But here we are, left on left with Murphy and Young.
No, that's down.
One and 2 to Murphy, and that's right back to the pitcher, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Diamondbacks. They use 2 pitchers to do it, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Arizona still looking to get on the board against Evan Grills. It's been a pretty quick game to this point. Just 3 hits all around. We are already in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Carson Kelly is going to lead it off for the Diamondbacks, looking to break through against the 27-year-old. Called up from AAA Albuquerque after Antonio Senzatella was sent down to the bullpen. Grills was very good in Albuquerque this year. ERA in the 3.5 range, which for a Pacific Coast League pitcher is quite impressive. Last year he struggled in AAA, and it was great to see him make that kind of a stride where he could actually be called up to the big club here. And thus far today, it looks like that was a sound decision. 0-2 pitch, barely got a piece. And we'll do another 0-2 pitch. That ball is fouled away again. Into the seats. And that one's pulled. Good thing the netting was there, I'll tell you what. That could have smacked somebody right in the face. That was a screaming line drive.
I got the count 1-2.
So Kelly's making Grills work here. He fell behind quickly, 0-2, and now, don't tell anybody, this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Grills hasn't had very many at-bats like this today. Another foul ball. His pitch count was under 60 heading into the 6th inning, but you get one like this in the hopes of a complete game shutout in his Major League debut fade quickly in this era of very tight pitch counts. And this will get the first out. Charlie's there. He's been busy the last couple innings. Grills fires a strike. Crowd thought it may have been a little outside. They may be right, but it's strike one. That one a little too far outside, and we're even. That's a nice slider. Rojas thought it was going to be inside, and it broke back into the strike zone. The 1-2 is grounded up the middle. That's a nice play by McMahon. Jump throw to first, and it pulled Murphy off the bag. So Rojas reaching on a infield hit. Just the second hit of the ball game for the Diamondbacks. Rockies also only have 2, but they have 2 runs, and that's the important thing. So we've got a pinch hitter here, David Peralta, who has been in his career an excellent pinch hitter, as you see there. So there's some very impressive numbers.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Top of the order coming after this. We'll see if this becomes a jam or not, or if Grills can tamp this threat down before it gets going. It's 1-2. 75th pitch of the ball game coming for Evan Grills. Just a bit outside. We're level again. It's 2-2. And that ball is popped up. I don't know if Charlie's going to be able to get this one. Up against the fence, he makes the catch. Right there on that side wall, and that's a huge out.
The batter, the right fielder, Marte.
Getting Peralta out there, massive, and now it will be Marte who had the first hit of the ball game, as you see Baxter, who I've yet to see a positive review of from anyone. Why can't their mascot just be a snake? Why has it got to be a bobcat? Why has it got to be so funny looking? Marte takes strike one. Still under 80 pitches here for Grills. If you can get Marte, you've got to figure, even though it's his major league debut, he'd get at least one more inning, as he just misses outside and it's 1-1. Grounded foul. 1-2. Check on Rojas at first, nothing doing there, although Grills has a pretty good pickoff move. He is a lefty, and he erased Marte when he got Arizona's first hit. That's fouled straight back off the screen, and we'll do another 1-2. Just
Ball,
missed.
that's off the plate.
Evan wanted that one. Count levels at 2-2. And another foul ball. 23 pitches. And that's with only one base runner. There's just been some long at-bats, not a lot of swings and misses. And that one's hit right at Daniel Murphy. He'll run to the bag. And still no score for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Evan Grills, what a job. We go to the 7th, 2-0 Rockies. Back to Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mike Leake, new pitcher for the D-backs. He's had quite a good year. 31st game, 46 and a third innings pitched, 194 ERA, 194 batting average overall from lefties and righties. McMahon 0 for 2. He has a strikeout and a groundout. Yohan Lopez and Junior Guerra are both warming up in the D-backs bullpen. So not a whole lot of hits at all off Mike Leake this year, though it has been done. You can see he does have an ERA, though it is 194. McMahon fouls it off. Well, thank you to Ted Chalfen for joining us and broadcasting innings 4 through 6. There's a strike to McMahon. You can always catch Rocky's remix. Not sure quite when the next one will be, but Ted will bring it for you on the Ghost of Marv Throneberry's channel. 0-2 is swung on and fouled back to the screen. I'm very happy it was able to work out this time. Last time we tried to bring Ted on, we had some technical difficulties, but he was here for us this time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 the count on McMahon. And swinging a high, and I mean high, pop-up. Escobar camping under it. It finally comes down, and that is out number 1. Really good day for Evan Grills today. We'll see if he comes out for the bottom of the 7th. Is facing one batter over the minimum, only allowing 1 hit today. Ian Desmond, he's on a home run tear right now, but he's 0 for 2 today, strikeout and a ground out. And that's inside, ball 1. Desmond has good numbers against Leake if no one else does. 10 for 29 with a couple doubles. That's a .345 batting average. And that is astronomically higher than what batters overall have hit against Leake here in 2020. 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Well, there were a number of Rockies minor leaguers that were announced that they were released over this past sometime in the month of May. They were just reported largely on Friday. Some of the more notable names, Jordan Foley of the Isotopes. Tim Melville was one we already knew about for Albuquerque. There's a ground ball to second base. Vargas up with the ball, throws to first for out number 2. Frederic Parra for Lancaster. Arvicent Perez for the Yard Goats. Matt Whitehouse for Hartford as well. We heard of those cuts. 15 players on those are for Albuquerque, Boise, Hartford, Grand Junction, and Lancaster. So I believe we pretty much got them all covered. A lot of organizations have been releasing players, trying to save some money with these minor league cuts. Note the Cubs released a couple former Rockies who they signed to minor league contracts, Noel Cuevas and Jordan Patterson. We haven't seen him in a while. Could be interesting for the Rockies to perhaps explore. There's a swing and a high fly ball. The second baseman, Vargas, will put it away, and that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch time. Corey Schembri will sing for us. It's 2-0 Rockies. Look at all the offense today.
Take me out to the ball game. Take Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Domingo Leyba 0 for 2 ground outs. Out there for his 7th inning of work in his big league debut is Evan Grills, who so far has pitched a scoreless outing. That one's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Wade Davis, the righty, and James Pazos, the lefty, both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. We'll see Pazos perhaps come in for the bottom of the 8th. We'll see what Grills has to say for himself. There's a swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's, again, only upper 80s to right around 90. He's touched 92 today as Grills, but he gets swings and misses with it. 1-1 pitch is just a bit down and in. Hitters count now. That one only at 87, the 4-seam fastball. A swing and a ground ball hit up the middle. Shortstop Story there. Fires to first. That's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 4,
Ketel Marte, the batter. He's 0 for 2 strikeout and a line out. His slash on the year 280, 352, 512. First pitch from Grills is taken for a strike. Just hitting his target every time today has been Grills. 0-1 pitch is swung on and popped up. Right fielder Blackman camping under it. He'll make the catch. That's out number 2. 90th pitch of the day will be coming next. We'll see if Grills maybe wants to come out for an 8th inning. I don't think it'll be a complete game. But he's certainly gotten some quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th and really shut down the D-backs offense today. Only 1 hit. Rockies only have 2 hits. Christian Walker 0 for 2 strikeout and a flyout. Here comes 90th pitch in the big leagues from Evan Grills. And it's on the inside corner for a called strike. That one's high. But some organizations released many more players than the Rockies announced. The Mariners organization reportedly released upwards of 50 players, minor league players. There's a foul ball. 92 pitches now on the day for Evan Grills. You can see that pitch count. It was the 6th inning where he had to throw over 20, but otherwise very economical. 1-2 pitch is down and in. The Twins were one organization that did not release any players. It was a swing and a miss, and he got him on strikes. What a performance for Evan Grills in his Major League debut. 7 shutout innings. It's 2-0 Rockies. Only 1 hit for the D-backs today. Let's go to the 8th.
complete.
And the day has indeed come to an end for Evan Grills. 7 shutout innings, only allowing 1 hit in his big league debut. I'll tell you, that's something the Rockies could use a lot more of this year. Josh Fuentes will pinch hit for him in the number 9 spot. 222 on the year for Fuentes in very brief sample time. 19,697 in attendance here at Chase Field. It's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mike Leake out for a 2nd inning of work here in the 8th. Scores around baseball. Brewers beat the Nationals 7-4. Battle of the 2 wild card teams from 2019. Fuentes grounds 1 to third base. Escobar makes the play. That's out number 1. Just able to stay on the bag was Christian Walker. Justin Smoke hit 2 home runs from Milwaukee today. David Dahl, the batter, is 0 for 3. 8th inning, Cubs lead the Reds 8-2. Looks like Nick Castellanos is back from the injured list. We didn't get to see him, did the Rockies. Chris Bryant hit his 13th home run. Blue Jays and Cardinals interleague action. They're tied at 4 in the 8th. Dahl takes a pitch in the dirt. Brad Miller has hit his first home run in a Cardinals uniform. Giants lead the Padres 5-1 in the fifth. 2-1 the count on Dahl. Pablo Sandoval homered yesterday. And now, another home run. 1-0 Dodgers over the Braves. Dahl swings, let's say, a high fly ball towards center field. Going back on this one is Marte. He's at the track, and he is going to make the catch for out number 2. Long fly out for David Dahl.
Now batting, shortstop,
Trevor Story, the batter, he's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts, and he flied out in the fifth. Those first 2 numbers of his slash line, 252 average, 306 on base percentage, not really the story we've come to know. The 530 slugging percentage looks good, though. Cleveland beat Boston 5-2. Shane Bieber gets his 9th win of the year. That game is now a final. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Bieber struck out 10 in 7 2/3 innings. There's a ground ball diving stop at third. Escobar picks it up, fires to first, and does have time to get Story. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be up to the Rockies bullpen to try to save this game from here. Diamondbacks only have 1 hit, 3 hits combined between the 2 teams. 2-0 Rockies. Wade Davis, new pitcher for the Rockies. They lead at 2-0. 33rd game of the year for Davis. 23 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, 7 walks. Lefties hitting 405, righties 333. And this will be an opportunity for Davis to kind of exercise some demons. He really pitched poorly, and so poorly that he got kicked out of the closer's role last time we were here in Arizona. And he's got a 2-0 lead to work with. It's his job to keep it. 0 for 2 on the day is Eduardo Escobar. Evan Grill's 7 shutout innings in his major league debut, only allowing 1 hit, facing just a batter over the minimum. And the 1 hit he allowed, he picked off Starling Marte. Escobar has poor numbers against Davis, so that's good news for the Rockies. 1 for 13 in his career against the Rockies. Now setup man. The 1-0 is just a bit outside 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Torey Lovullo wondering what's going on with his D-backs offense. There hasn't been a whole lot for the Rockies either today, thanks to some mishaps on fielding early in this game for the D-backs. Rockies have been able to capitalize. So swing and a miss, strike 2. That one's high and the count goes full. Ildemaro Vargas is waiting on deck. Payoff pitch from Davis is swung on and fouled back. 95-mile-an-hour fastball from the Rockies righty. Check swing and a pitch outside, appeal to third, and he did not go. A leadoff walk for Wade Davis to Eduardo Escobar here in the bottom of the 8th. Ildemaro Vargas will bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day against Grills. Davis will pitch from the set position now. His first pitch is just a bit outside, ball 1. Already a little bit less command than what we've seen across the first 7 innings for Evan Grills today. Wade Davis struggling to throw strikes, and there's a pitch that's in there for a called strike. 3-1 Angels lead the Rangers right now. Robinson Chirinos has hit his 7th home run of the year for Texas. Rays lead the Twins 6-5. They're in the 8th. 4 runs batted in for Kiermaier on the day. Mariners have taken a 2-1 lead over the Yankees in the 5th. DJ LeMahieu has hit his 12th home run of the year. Always good to see. J.P. Crawford, his first home run of the year for Seattle. 1-2 pitch from Davis is inside. Count evens at 2 on Vargas. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and that is out number 1. Good to see from Davis. Carson Kelly will be the batter. Former Cardinals catcher, current Diamondbacks catcher. 0 for 2 strikeout and a flyout for him against Grills, who had a lot of similar numbers against a lot of D-backs batters today. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play by Kelly. 245 on the year, 2 homers, 8 driven in. One's going to miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Way inside, 2-1 now, a hitter's count on the catcher Carson Kelly. See if Kelly takes a cut at a cutter. 2-1 pitch is swung on and lined foul. That evens at 2. Davis comes set, looks over his shoulder. His 2-2 delivery is strike 3 called. He got him on strikes, and that is out number 2. Leadoff walk, then a couple Ks for Wade Davis. And Josh Rojas will be who he faces next. We're going to have a pitching change, though. Tyler Kinley will come in. This is his 22nd game of the year, perhaps a 4-out save opportunity. 21 2/3 innings on the year for Kinley, 27 strikeouts, 7 walks, 2.08 ERA. Perfect 8 for 8. Crazy 8s in saves for must-see Kinley, and he will try to get the final out of this 8th. Rojas is over 2 strikeout, reached on an error by the second baseman McMahon, a throwing error that just pulled Murphy off the bag. 236, 341, 396, the slash on the year for Rojas. Davis facing the necessary 3 batters to reach the minimum required for a pitcher in games in 2020. Giving way to Tyler Kinley, who will try to get the final out of this 8th. And that swung on and popped up. Foul and long run out of play. Haven't seen a whole lot of Kinley lately. Haven't been a whole lot of opportunities to get saves for him. So he is certainly juiced up and prepared for a 4-out opportunity. Strike 3 called, and after the leadoff walk by Davis, the next 3 D-backs strike out, and we're through 8 innings. 2-0 Rockies. 2 hits for the Rockies today, 1 for the D-backs. Rockies will try to get some insurance in the 9th.
Leading off for Colorado, the right fielder, Charlie.
Sac fly RBI for Charlie Blackmon today, otherwise he's 0 for 2. He leads things off here in the 9th. 3, 4, 5 hitters do it for the Rockies. First pitch is low, ball 1. Blackmon 3 for 13 with a home run in his career against Mike Leake, who's out for a 3rd inning of work, and we certainly see why Leake has the excellent numbers he does, ERA under the 2 mark. So Thursday was a really brutal day for minor league baseball. Here's a ground ball back to the mound. Leake fires to first for out number 1. And Jeff Passan of ESPN reported hundreds of minor league baseball players cut, hundreds more expected to lose their jobs as the sport grapples with the near certainty that the minor league season will be canceled. Team officials said that most of the players likely would have been released towards the end of spring training, even if baseball hadn't been halted by the coronavirus pandemic. There is a transaction freeze on, but evidently it does not apply to minor league releases and the like.
Ball that time.
Also in recent weeks, owners of minor league teams began to lay off front office staff and game day workers. Arenado lines him right into the glove of the first baseman Walker for out number 2. And the reason for the layoffs, according to sources cited was the cancellation of the season. The minor league season has not officially been canceled, though the suspension of the professional baseball agreement that governs the minor league's relationship with the Major League Baseball precludes big organizations from providing players to their minor league affiliates, so writing is on the wall, as they say. Rob Manfred said he would inform minor league players if and when they would be allowed to join affiliated teams. Has yet to do so, though.
No strike.
The swing and a line drive right into the glove of the second baseman Vargas, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We'll see if Kinley remains on the hill. Try to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. 3 hits at Chase Field through 8.5. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth. 2-0 Rockies.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Diamondbacks, number 21.
Here is Stephen Vogt to lead off against Tyler Kinley, who's going to try for a 4-out save today. Vogt batting .195 on the year, 8 home runs, 21 driven in, a .639 OPS. First pitch is swung on and pulled foul, 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Kinley. Got a strikeout. Only took 3 pitches to get it. To end the 8th inning, Wade Davis came in to start things off, allowed a leadoff walk, then 2 strikeouts. 1 hit for the D-backs so far today. Rockies only have 2, but they also have 2 runs. There's a pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. One from Kinley is swung on and pulled foul once more. Slider that time. And swing and a miss, he got him on strike. Second strikeout for Kinley. Take a look at Evan Grills. He's sitting back and relaxing right now. 7 innings today, 94 pitches, 1 hit, no runs, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Talk about a big league debut. Starling Marte, the batter, he's 1 for 3 base hit in this ball game, then got picked off. Only hit of the ball game against Evan Grills. There is a strike. 255 with a 336 OBP, 765 OPS on the year for the D-backs right fielder. One heck of a ball game pitched really by both sides today. Just a couple of defensive miscues, mostly by the first baseman Christian Walker, leading to the 2 runs for the Rockies today. David Dahl had an RBI ground out, and it was a sac fly for Charlie Blackmon that have accounted for the 2 runs in this ball game. So if you like pitchers' duels, I usually say this sarcastically, but if you actually would enjoy today's game if you like pitchers' duels. There's a broken bat ground ball in front of the mound. Picking it up, throwing to first is Butera, and the Diamondbacks are down to their final out. Domingo Leyba will be the final batter. Hopefully the final batter that Kinley will face. Leyba is 0 for 3. Last time up, the 7th inning, he grounded out. First pitch is in there for a called strike.
0-1.
One's high.
1 ball, 1 strike.
95-mile-an-hour fastball from Kinley, certainly changing things up in terms of the very low velocity we saw from Grills today. 1-1 pitch is swung on and pulled towards second baseman. Man up with the ball, throws to first. And that is a very cleanly played ball game for the Rockies. Evan Grills making his major league debut, 7 shutout innings, only allowing 1 hit. And Wade Davis and Tyler Kinley also do not allow a hit. So the Rockies finish off a complete game shutout combined of the Diamondbacks, only allowing 1 hit. Rockies themselves only had 2 hits, but also had 2 runs, so they win it today 2-0. Grills gets his first big league win. And this is something to certainly look forward to. I can't wait to see Grills pitch again. Kinley with a 4-out save. Rockies getting just enough offense and a really good way to start this series here on Purple Monday in Arizona. So Rockies 2 runs on 2 hits and an error. Diamondbacks no runs on 1 hit. Grills now 1-0 with his first big league win. Corbin Martin did not pitch poorly in this game. He gets the loss. So Grills, 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, no walks, no runs, 1 hit in his major league debut. He is indeed the player of the game. Corbin Martin in the loss, 5 1/3 innings pitched. 2 runs on 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Tyler Kinley in the save. Gets 4 outs, an inning and a third, 2 strikeouts. Notable on offense for the Rockies, Drew Butera went 1 for 3 with a run scored, also a stolen base, and also Evan Grills got his first big league stolen base today after he reached on a fielder's choice. No first big league hit for him, but a double steal allowed Butera and Grills to advance. Nolan Arenado had a hit and a walk. Charlie Blackmon was 0 for 3 with an RBI sac fly, and David Dahl 0 for 4 with an RBI ground out. That was all the RBIs to speak of today. Starling Marte only hit of the game for the D-backs. He goes 1 for 4. Eduardo Escobar reached on a walk. Otherwise, he was 0 for 2. David Peralta went 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance. Domingo Leyba went 0 for 4 and made the final out of the game. Well, thank you for tuning in. This is certainly a very well-pitched game, and thank you to Ted Chalfen for providing innings 4 through 6 for us, and we will see you next time on Purple Row Sim.